Love, heartbreak, and prison. These two have been to hell and back again. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Gallavich Shameless Moments. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at Ian Gallagher and Mickey Milkovich's standout moments as Shameless's surprising but endearing ship. Please be warned, spoilers ahead. Number 10, their breakup.
This is you breaking up with me. Yeah.
Season 5 really put Gallavich and every one of the relationship's fans through the ringer. Following Ian's bipolar diagnosis, the couple begin to drift apart, although never stop caring for each other.
You used to love me. Now you don't even know who I am.
Disregarding Mickey's repeated pleas to seek help, Ian stops taking his bipolar medication, which creates a rift between the two. After some bad advice from Mom, Ian decides that Mickey is just trying to fix something that isn't broken, and brings down the curtain on the Gallavich romance, despite an earnest and rare declaration of love from Mickey.
You can't fix me, because I'm not broken. I don't need to be fixed, okay? I'm me. This is it.
Number 9, their prison reunion. Shameless doesn't care much for happy endings, so fans assumed the worst when Ian was arrested for blowing up a van as Gay Jesus. Coinciding with actor Cameron Monaghan's departure from the show, the 6th episode of Season 9 used a stint behind bars as a way to write out the character. However, Ian finds a surprise waiting in his prison cell. Ian's roommate is none other than Mickey, whose last appearance occurred during Season 7. Being in prison is not exactly a happy ending, but this is about as good as things tend to get on Shameless.
I got bottom, so you're on top.
Number 8, Ian crashes Mickey's wedding.
You call me a punk for wanting a boyfriend or whatever, but you're gonna marry someone who screws guys for a living?
Mickey's reluctance to accept his sexuality is among the largest hurdles faced by the couple during the first 4 seasons, culminating in Terry hiring a hooker to compulsorily reaffirm his son's heterosexuality. To make matters infinitely worse, Mickey is forced to marry Svetlana after the prostitute becomes pregnant. With all hope seemingly lost for Gallavich, Ian storms the wedding in a last-ditch effort to change Mickey's mind, and the stunt initially appears to pay off. The guys find time for a steamy quickie before Mickey goes ahead and marries Svetlana anyway.
Don't do this.
Number 7, You're Under My Skin.
Miss me?
Mickey.
Following actor Noelle Fisher's decision to move on from Shameless, at least for a while, Season 6 opens with Mickey serving 8 years in prison for attempted murder. Much later, however, in Season 7, Ian is suddenly kidnapped by Mickey, who plans to flee to Mexico after escaping from prison. The time spent behind bars only served to strengthen Mickey's love for Ian, and the fugitive finds the absolutely sweetest way to verbalize this affection.
Under my skin, man.
Along with temporarily reuniting a fan-favorite couple, this moment reaffirmed that Gallavich was more than just a fling that could be disregarded.
Think about it.
Number 6, Mickey's first declaration of love.
I'm worried about you.
Mickey's journey to self-acceptance proved to be a long and arduous one, with Ian practically being treated like a mistress during Shameless's earliest seasons. Following years of hesitation, Mickey finally finds the courage to say those 3 words Ian and fans had been waiting so long to hear.
I love you.
While a pivotal moment in Gallavich's relationship, Mickey's declaration of love coincides with Ian's spiraling out of control following a string of manic episodes. Just when Shameless starts to bring Mickey to a good place, Ian starts to spiral downward. Gallavich never takes the simple route, do they?
Call me back.
Number 5, Mickey finds out Ian is bipolar.
How long has he been like that?
Since yesterday morning.
And he hasn't gotten out of bed?
No.
Towards the end of Season 4, Ian begins to show signs of bipolar disorder, which happens to run in the Gallagher family. Fiona recommends seeking professional help, but Mickey refuses to abandon Ian in a psychiatric hospital.
He could end up suicidal.
Can we hide the knives until he perks up?
Proclaiming Ian family, Mickey shoulders the responsibility of taking care of him, a decision based more on emotion than logic.
He stays here. He's staying with me.
In subsequent episodes, however, he would gradually come to the heartbreaking realization that Gallavich is simply not enough to fix Ian's bipolar disorder. There are few things worse than having to helplessly watch as a loved one breaks down.
Can I go in with him?
No.
I'm sorry.
Number 4. Mickey's reaction to Ian joining the army.
You serious? You're signing up?
Devastated by Mickey's newly minted marriage to Svetlana, Ian understandably gives up on Gallavich and turns to the military as an escape. Enlisting without uttering a word to any of the other Gallaghers, Ian pays Mickey one final visit to break the news. Up until this point, Mickey's feelings for Ian had been mostly implied rather than outright stated. However, met with the very real possibility of never seeing Ian again, Mickey is left with no choice but to be a tad more direct. So much emotion is packed into just one word.
Don't.
Number 3. Mickey rescues Ian.
Time's up, lovebirds.
Life in the army ends up disagreeing with Ian, who almost immediately goes AWOL and launches a career as a stripper at the White Swallow. High on all of the drugs and refusing to return back home, Ian pushes away anyone who tries to help, prompting Mickey to personally drive down to the bar. Following the most awkward lap dance ever and short fight between the two, Mickey decides to wait outside for another chance to speak to Gallagher before intervening when an older man tries to take advantage of a practically passed out Ian.
Get out of here!
Number 2. Mickey comes out.
You think you're a tough man, huh? You're not.
It was a moment multiple years in the making that was more than worth the wait. During the christening for Mickey's son, Svetlana demands that Ian is kicked out. Tired of being treated like a mistress, Ian calls out Mickey's cowardly refusal to publicly acknowledge their relationship. Terrified of losing Ian, Mickey stops the party and spectacularly comes out to everyone.
Big ol' Mo. Thought everybody should know that.
It's hard to say who was more surprised by the announcement, Ian or Mickey's homophobic father. Initially, the news sparks a massive brawl, but the night ends with a bloodied Gallavich standing tall for the whole world to see.
Yeah. There. That's what you get.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
No promises, no demands. Yeah, 'cause love is a battlefield.
Just wondering if we're a couple or not. I miss you.
You say that again, I'll rip your tongue out of your head.
Number 1. Their goodbye scene at the border.
What's the matter with you? Let's go.
Hey, nobody says these have to be happy moments. On the run after escaping from prison, Mickey initially manages to convince Ian to come along for the ride. Shameless treats audiences to 2 glorious episodes of Gallavich before abruptly ending the duo's reunion.
This isn't me anymore. I'm sorry.
Realizing he can't just abandon everyone back home, Ian gets cold feet at the very last second, leaving Mickey to travel on to Mexico alone. After sharing one final kiss, Mickey crosses the border, seemingly dashing all our hopes of a Gallavich fairy tale ending. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.